In full swing, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa is in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape, and he's speaking right now. Let's listen in.
With them, so I think we are on a good roll here in Nelson Mandela Bay in Gqeberha. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President. We are going to take 4 sets of questions. And if you feel that your question has been asked, no need to repeat yourself. You can start with Herald, Newsroom, SABC and EMCA. That other request, President, of switching to Nguni now and then?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, hi. Ramaphosa from the Herald. President, Nelson Mandela Bay has, I think, one of the highest unemployment rates of all metros in the country. As you were doing your walkabout today, you heard people screaming about where's my 350 rands. People raise issues of being unemployed. How is the ANC planning on addressing these issues? Because I know even last night there were engagements with business. So just what are the plans to turn things around, and is the ANC the party to do so in the city?
Do I wait or answer now?
Oh, we can take all the questions and then
okay, whatever, yeah.
Okay, Newsroom.
Sipa Kemo from Newsroom Africa. Mr. President, talking about how the ANC would move this metro forward. I mean, we're looking at other local municipalities or district municipalities in the Eastern Cape, the Omuma, the Amatole, which are in crisis right now. I mean, you're looking at the filth. It's the same situation. So what hope is there that there will be changes to the metro? Because when you go around the Eastern Cape, you see that some areas are actually in a far worse condition than the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro.
ENCA and then SABC.
President ABC from SABC. Yesterday, just outside of the metro, there were some of our reporters that were held hostage by ANC supporters in North Bridge. Just to comment on that, Mr. President. Some of our colleagues in the Mbombo area was held hostage by some ANC followers. Just your comment on that, please.
Mr. President, just your reflection in terms of, okay, you lost the metro here, now in regaining it, where would you say the ANC going to? And do you believe the party is the party to lead the people, given what we've seen in Gqeberha local municipality, for example, and other areas that have been corruption riddled? What is the ANC going to do differently? Just the electricity crisis as well. How are you tackling that? You mentioned it as the full issue that the country is grappled with, but places like Soweto still don't have adequate electricity supply.
Okay. Thanks, President. Those are the questions for today. You may proceed, President.
Well, the issue of unemployment engulfs the whole country, and other areas are more acutely affected than others. And the Eastern Cape is no exception to the areas that are really badly affected by unemployment. And we are addressing the issue of unemployment. Our economic recovery and reconstruction plan is aimed at getting our economy to recover in a way that we will be able to create more jobs than we have done so in the past. Obviously, COVID-19 exacerbated our own economic woes, and we are very much aware that in order for us to address unemployment, we've got to come up with new ideas. And some of those ideas have to do with the reforms that we've embarked upon. There are structural reforms that we are working on, which, when fully done, and as they are getting addressed now, are going to entice investors to come through with their investments, be they foreign investors or local investors. They will come through because by embarking on the reforms, we will have created conducive climate and environment for them to invest. So we're working on that. So I classify those structural reforms as the big ticket reforms. There are other reforms that we need to embark upon that have to do with getting rid of the red tape, the regulatory constraints that many small and medium enterprises suffer under. And so we want to have reforms in that regard as well, and we're working with our partners to not only identify those but to remove those. But in addition to that, we've got a number of pillars that we've already identified. For instance, infrastructure is a major pillar of our recovery process. A number of projects have been either gazetted or been identified, and we're already seeing a number of them having started construction. We continue to want to attract foreign investment into our country, but we've also embarked on a presidential youth employment stimulus, which just in the past, say, 12 months has been able to draw in almost 900 million people into employment. This is by far the most unprecedented public employment process which has happened within a short space of time. But our objective is to massify that, to massify it to a point where we will have many more hundreds of thousands of jobs as well as job opportunities are being created. And the Eastern Cape will be one of those that are bound to benefit from that, because Eastern Cape, particularly the Nelson Mandela Bay area, has a very strong industrial base. This has been the home of auto manufacturing and a whole number of other key industries in our economy. And we've been talking about reindustrialization, so it's just a case of rebooting all this and repositioning it and getting investors to come through to invest, and we will start seeing a job creation process underway.
A visibly